brief pause. Welcome back to the NFL on EA Sports. Still early in this one as we pick up the action here in the first quarter. That one right down the middle. And the Chargers push their lead to 3. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Return coming from the 6. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. The Chiefs offense set to take over again. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. First and 10 now from the 30. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he's tackled for a short gain. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down. It's the end of the first in this AFC West showdown. Scoreboard shows 10-7. We're back to SoFi right after this. First down throw, Mahomes. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Chargers take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game.
Going down the middle, as you can see, you're giving them a real chance at making that pick. Might be a case of trying to force one where he shouldn't have. And you're sure hoping as a quarterback you learn your lesson on that one.
The Charger offense making its way to the field. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for first and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring up. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Going to the ground again on first. And they'll stop him after he rolls downhill to the 32. Give him 5 on that carry, bring it up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Play action now for Herbert. Finds a man right side.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. From the pistol, it's Herbert. That's caught for the first. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
First down from the red zone. He's got Quentin Johnson complete. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
That one came with a higher degree of difficulty. He had to balance focusing on the catch while staying in bounds.
2nd and 3 now. Herbert throwing again. This one's caught. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Oh, fullback's got it. Look at the power. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Chargers parlay the interception into points. If there's an argument for continuing to rely on a fullback, Brock, it is plays just like that that remind us. They're pretty good at barreling in for touchdowns when they're given the chance.
And you know the greatest fullback name ever? Maybe you need to name your son Sam Gash. Because that dude, when I think fullback, I think Sam Gash just gashing people for touchdowns.
Dicker on now for the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Chargers make it a 10-point ball game. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Kansas City offense set to take the field. That score made it 17-7, but they can cut it back to a one-score game here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. From the gun, it's Mahomes. On target to Worthy. And he gets him around 6 there. That's Denzel Perryman in on the stump.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They take the handoff. Now Mahomes. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of him.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Another throw for Mahomes. Balled in by Worthy. And he goes out a little short of the 40. They gain 14 on the play. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
A counter give here to Pacheco. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Tuli Pulotu in for the tackle. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority has got to do some damage.
They send a man in motion. Here we go, 2nd and 9. A throw left side, caught by Brown. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. 16 yards on the play. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. Hauled in by Rice. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 3 now. Putting the tight end in motion. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. That pass is complete to Kelsey. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Again, Mahomes to throw. Catch is made in close. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
2nd and 3 now. Back to the air, Mahomes. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs reduce the lead to just 4. Travis Kelsey, the touchdown. Well, good luck stopping the big fella that close to the goal line, Brock. I've always thought that the distance right there is just made for tight ends to score touchdowns.
Yeah, and it's not just the sport that you also love to cover in basketball. It's all about matchups. You get near the red zone and into the end zone, matchups become critical. And when you got a dude like this that's a mismatch maker, you feed him.
Butker to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Darius Davis to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Chargers are being led back out on offense by Justin Herbert here. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He has been putting up some numbers early in this contest. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Herbert from the gun. He finds McConkey. And that's good for a gain of 5. Christian Fulton, the one to bring him down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Option give here. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they can stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Back-to-back carries here. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Drew Tranquil brings him to the ground. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
Putting a receiver in motion. 2nd and 10 now. Finds McConkey. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. They'll motion a tight end left. From the red zone now. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. The throw is caught. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Now Herbert again. And this is going to be incomplete. Great looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline and went out of bounds. We've got 4th down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in out of bounds.
Brown's kick is up and good. And that'll double their lead to 6.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good than get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Starting from the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Brought to the ground by Dante Jackson.
That's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Pistol now for Mahomes. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Derwin James picks it. And the Chargers twist the knife after that interception. Wow, they took it all the way back to the 20-yard line before being stopped.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game without 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing now, Herbert. He's got Harris. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he drives this forward to the 6. 4 yards on the play, and that picks up a 1st and goal.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. Another carry for him. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Back to the well again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. It's a gain of 3. That leaves him only a yard shy on 3rd and goal.
Well, you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
They give it to him again. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
It's results like that that drive coordinators nuts. Premature balding, gray, wrinkles, all of it, Kate. You call something conservative. The last thing you're thinking is you're going to lose yards on a 3rd and 1 run.
Three plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. On the play fake, it's Herbert. And he makes the play at full extension. That's a touchdown. The Chargers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Man, Brock, that defense held up 3 straight plays. They just couldn't come up with the one final stop they needed to get off the field.
And how about this offense? Courage of the offense to run it back for one more snap and make the adjustments on 4th and goal to finally punch it in. Quite the mini little chess match we just saw play out over those last 4 plays.
Dicker on now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers bump the lead up to 13 points. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense heading out now for the Chiefs. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. It gives it Pacheco to start the drive. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. That's Denzel Perryman in on the stop. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
A 2nd down run by Pacheco. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Brought down on the effort by Derwin James. No gain here after a gain of only 1, and now they'll face 3rd and 9.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
3rd down, it's Mahomes. That's completed right side. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They go play action. It's Mahomes. Buying some time right. Now he takes it. And he has them a 1st down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning. Working inside the red zone. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's got it! And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the 1st. Third and just 2 to go. They'll run it. Here's Pacheco. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. The defense calls a timeout. That's their 1st. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. They'll run it with Pacheco. And he's in for the touchdown. The Chiefs make it a 1-score game before halftime. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. So, Brock, they take a gamble, and it pays off with a big touchdown on 4th and goal.
And they do it on the ground as well, and that just speaks volumes. That's confidence that you can own this line of scrimmage, and your back will see a lane and will get the job done. That just infuses your team and your sidelines with so much confidence.
Butker to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs get it back to within 6.
It's been far too long, see? It was a pleasure.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. On the return, here's Hines. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Chargers and this running back headed back out for a new series. And that front is really going to need to buckle down and provide some more opposition because he's gotten off to an excellent start here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Working from the gun here. It's Herbert. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch, but then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too different, Kate, than a pass rusher that gets a sack. You know what happens? Got to slide to him, got to chip to him. You get a receiver that gets it going like this, you know more contact and more focus is coming his way.
Conklin brings it in. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Herbert now to throw on 3rd. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. LA uses a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Ball on the 45. 1st and 10. It's Herbert once more. Johnston brings it in. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. The Chargers call a timeout. That's their last one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Herbert throwing again. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. Looking for his wide receiver there. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short?
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Herbert to throw once more. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
You know, these 3rd and short situations, you rep them all the time. Snap after snap, rep after rep. You're expecting man-to-man coverage in that down and distance, and you're expecting to execute. A time on 3rd and short, they can't get the job done.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And his job's done, and it is a job well done. That punt finds deep into enemy territory, out of bounds at the 7. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Yep, as expected. They go to the ground to start this one off. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. Stopped by Deion Henley. We have reached halftime. Already a full game's worth of excitement in just 2 quarters. Now we'll jump from the West Coast to the East Coast, down to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome you all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our 2nd half. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Chargers and wide receiver Lad McConkey set for another drive. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Play action now for Herbert. This is brought in along the sideline. High degree of difficulty for a short gain.
Well, that one came with a high degree of difficulty. Had to balance, focusing on the catch, keeping those feet in balance.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Herbert from the gun. And he can't reel it in. Incomplete.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Herbert bails out of the pocket quick. He's running for it. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Loose slated downs to approach here from the 40. First and 10. Here's Herbert. Into the hands of Conklin. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. A play fake, now Herbert to throw. And the 1st down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target and make a play on it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. They go play action. Here's Herbert. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard, and you get into known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this 3rd down a near impossibility.
Dime coverage from the Chiefs on this 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Bails out of the pocket quick. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
You know, that's a really good play. I know it doesn't get the 1st down, doesn't keep him on the field, but what it does is it keeps that defense honest. And I promise you, the next time in that situation, they'll have that run in the back of their minds.
The Chargers lined up in punt formation. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And this one is crushed. Wow, beautiful punt here. That is going to go for 60+. The Chiefs are out once again. Their offense led by Patrick Mahomes. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win. There aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
From the 21. That's caught in stride by Rice. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
They've got 1st down from the 31. One of the tight ends motioning right. 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. That pass is complete to Kelsey. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
Finds him over the middle. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Cam Hart's up for the tackle that time. The rookie from Notre Dame able to take him down.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Throwing again, Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Such a terrific job by the receiver. You can't give that route away. You got to run a curl. And the best curl and go, hook and go, out and up guys, Kate, they run that initial route full speed. He did. Got the defense to bite, and the play went right over his head.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. This one finds Kelsey. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Again, Mahomes to throw. Has a man. It's Brown. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Tight end going in motion here. Back to the air, Mahomes. He brings it in. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Another throw for Mahomes. He's got it. And that's a Kansas City touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Mr. Goldson, and thank you for indulging me by the best of set. My understanding is
Butker to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs take the lead on that successful kick.
Yes.
Butker on now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Hines. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this third quarter. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Herbert back to throw. Conklin brings it in. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Throwing on first is Herbert. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Handoff now to the receiver. Ooh, sharp running here. He's past the 30. And it's a really nice gain on the reverse. That call came at the perfect time. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
They had the 1st down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
On the carry, this is Najee Harris. This is ahead for about 5. Stopped on the play by Big Chris Jones. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you could be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. On the play fake, it's Herbert. That throw finds Conklin. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Leo Chanel able to bring him down.
You know what I love about this? Never showing panic. When he leaves the pocket, look at his eyes. They continue to search downfield. They're never looking at the rush. They're finding the open man downfield before running out of real estate.
Herbert now to throw on 3rd. A quick slant, here's McConkey. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Herbert now off the play fake. This throw is caught. And it looks like he went out of bounds right at that 7-yard line.
I remember talking to Jim Harbaugh one time, and Bo Schembechler asked him when he was a head coach, you have a tight end with his hand on the ground? Yes, coach. You have a fullback still in your roster? Yes, coach. Then you're going to be just fine.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Now Herbert again. The throw is caught. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
It was as if the defense knew what play was coming. That was a play they knew they could defend, and boy, did they ever, stopping it right at the line of scrimmage.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. It's Herbert once more. Caught near the pylon. And he pushes it all the way to the goal line, but goes out at the 1. They find 7 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They'll try and punch it in. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. And they will score. Touchdown, LA! The Chargers take a 3rd quarter lead. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position could be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
For a second, looked like the Chargers offense was coming off, but no. Coaches say stay out there. We're going for 2. Herbert's going to look to throw for this. And he reaches the end zone, so they'll be up to a 7-point lead. Well, Brock, the run's certainly an option as they lined up for 2, but as an offense, what are you looking for when you decide to throw it instead?
Well, you've spent all week working on these plays, and usually you have 2 or 3 that you like. That run game, you're right, you can run it, but there's so much more space with creativity in the passing game. And good offenses, elite offenses, they find a way not just to practice it, but to execute it when it matters.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Chiefs are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Finds his man Rice. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They go play action. It's Mahomes. On target to Worthy. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Mahomes on 1st and 10. Hauled in by Rice. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Chargers territory. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Throwing again. Mahomes. That's caught in stride by Rice. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Back to throw Mahomes. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
2nd and 10 now. Completes this one to Rice. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. It's a pickup of 11. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Again, Mahomes to throw. That's complete. Here's Brown. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Brought to the ground by Dante Jackson.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Back to the air, Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the 1st down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
Motioning the tight end now. 1st down from the red zone. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Another throw for Mahomes. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react. And then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
3rd and 2, Mahomes to throw. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And he drives this forward to the 6. It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up 1st and goal.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Finds his man. It's Worthy. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Second chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal. They'll send him up the middle. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Chiefs cut it to 1 late in the 3rd. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Butker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs tie this game 35 apiece. Butker on now to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Davis. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Chargers offense getting set to take over. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Blown back gets the handoff. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it brings up an LA 1st down. So through 3, we're still knotted up in what's been an absolute shootout. It's been a thrilling game, an absolute barn burner that is shockingly still tied as we get set for the 4th. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Herbert from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So that brings up 2nd down. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice. Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
On 3rd down, Herbert. The Chiefs get to him, and he's dropped. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
As we're into the 4th quarter, we know this. We know that money down could not be any more important than right now. Both sides are certainly fatigued. You feel it in both their play. But battling through what's been a physical contest all game long, going to be the key here down the stretch.
Punt team on the field. J.K. Scott will kick it away. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And he'll scrape together what he can on the return. He gets it back to the 20. The Chiefs ready for their next series. Let out on offense by their quarterback. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Pistol now for Mahomes. Left side, it's caught by Rice. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, And the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Kelsey makes the catch. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Pacheco gets it from the gun. And a short gain only as he gets up to the 37. They made it to single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
3rd and short. Here's Mahomes. Has a man. It's Brown. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Called in by Worthy. And this one does not go far. Second down now, 7 to go. Tight end motioning right. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. This one finds Kelsey. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
1st down throw, Mahomes. Short pass brought in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs take a 4th quarter lead. It's a Marquise Brown touchdown. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. That one splits the uprights. And the Chiefs break that tie and now lead by 7. Butker on now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Hines. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out comes the offense now for the Chargers. Still time to go, Brock, but that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Working from the gun here. It's Herbert. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
You know, that is so hard to do. It's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Conklin brings it in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 32 on the play. And the Chargers will have a 1st.
Kate, that play's so indicative of why tight ends in this league have become just an X factor. Right, they're big, they can block at the line of scrimmage, but the elite guys, well, they've got that speed, and they can take something short and make a difference with it down the field.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. They'll run here on 1st down. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
This offense will take that from their ground game every time. But I know, because I've been around this league a long time, runs like that, they're really hard to come by. It takes everybody, and maybe a little breakdown there on defense, too, to take advantage of.
They've got 1st down from the 31. From the gun, they go with Harris. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 27. Hits him on the in route. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
It was University of Wisconsin, Kate, the first time I heard this term, slow to explode through. And think how good that Badgers run game has been at the college level. Well, they made runs like that look easy. Slow to explode through.
Going to the ground again on 1st. Has the LA touchdown. The Chargers now trail by just a point in the 4th. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
So a chance to tie it up again here in the 4th. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. The visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. They're out and set, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Into traffic, complete. And he's up to the 35
is the epitome of trust right there. Right when the ball is let out of his hands, I think everybody on the sidelines in the stadium went, because you throw it in double coverage, and you may question the decision, but it's tough to challenge it when it produces results like that.
Hits him on the out route. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Mahomes. He's on the move. He's running with it. And they bring him down around the 34. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. That sure altered the throw.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Here's Mahomes now. On target to Worthy. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. They gain 14 on the play. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
First and 10, it's Mahomes. And that is caught. It's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs take a fourth quarter lead. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. If you're going to complete that one successfully, Brock, you need the perfect throw, just the right touch, and you also need a guy who can go up and get it just like that.
Yeah, need to be able to muscle somebody off the ball if you're not alone. And call me a little biased. Go ahead. I don't care.
You're biased.
But the success of that play does come down to the timing of the throw, Kate. If you don't throw it on time to that exact spot, you run out of room, and you don't give yourself that kind of chance.
Extra point by Butker is up and good. And the Chiefs break that tie and now lead by 7.
Chargers, 42.
Butker on now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Hines. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The home teams back out on offense. They're running back headed out once again. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. First and 10 now from the 30. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they're going to drag him down after a decent gain. He gets up to the 36. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense. They're the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. But you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Back-to-back carries here. And he works this to the 38 before going down. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
They give it to him again. And it's a rare defensive win on the ground. He's caught at the line. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
They send the tight end in motion. Herbert now to throw on 3rd. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Throwing is Mahomes. That pass is complete to Kelsey. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 3. They're going to need 3 more now on 3rd down. He'll throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Here's Mahomes. Finds his man Rice. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City. Running up the middle, Pacheco. And they'll stop him after a short pickup to the 24. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. It's Pacheco again. Down to the 10. And he's going to have this all the way down to the 4. And right away we get a timeout from the defense. 1:51 to go. A touchdown would put this one to bed. A few shots at it here, starting with 1st and goal. Pacheco will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4. The Chargers call a timeout. That's their last one. That's all they had. So the offense free to start running the clock down now. It's 2nd and goal. Trying again with Pacheco. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. It's a gain of 3. That leaves him only a yard shy on 3rd and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
Setting up to pass. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. Patrick Mahomes, the touchdown. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts him up here, 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
Butker to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs double their lead to 14.
Just watched. Should have gone when I was a player, effort would teach me divine justice. But what you see me do is watch while these monsters stay in systems with each other.
Butker on now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Hines. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. And after they were stopped on 4th down their prior possession, Brock, you got to wonder if they're going to be confident enough to go for it again if they get to that point here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Herbert from the gun. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take over after the interception.
I know he started the play as a defender. Gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back. He looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion. I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
The Chiefs offense out to take over. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays that followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. The Chiefs in a victory formation here as they take a knee.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
Lining up to take a knee on second down. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So score this a win for the Chiefs. And partner, I know you took down plenty of